Day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. I'm going to talk about Trump's impeachment. It has begun, and Congress is looking to impeach him for the second time, which is only the first time in American history that a president has been impeached twice. But I'm going to talk about it from a different angle. We got a panel tonight at 9:30 on drboycetv.com that's going to talk about the political side. I want to talk about the economic side, the side that actually matters, in my view, the side that matters for you and your family. And so we're going to break down what Trump's impeachment will mean for your wallet on the Black Financial Channel. So get comfortable, hit the thumbs up button. We're going to get started right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. So let me talk about Trump's impeachment real quick. A lot of you, give me a yes or no if you are aware that Donald Trump is being impeached for the second time, that he is the only president in American history to be impeached twice, which is quite fascinating to observe. And give me a yes or no if you're aware, if you've been following some of this, if you've been paying attention, stuff like that. You've probably seen stuff online, et cetera. Well, the way I see the impeachment process is like this. I think that Black folks should pay attention, but realize that there's a difference between watching the movie and being in the movie. Just because you are in the audience does not mean you have to be a character in the movie. Because right now, the whole country is full of cartoon characters on the left and on the right who are going at each other. And I don't think we have to actually be in the movie, but it does make good political theater. It's a big Jerry Springer episode, kind of watching people fight back and forth. Now, with regard to Trump's impeachment, what I say is that winners focus on the money. Winners are focusing on the bottom line. How can I feed my family? How can I take care of my kids? How can I make sure that my people are good? That's what winners do. So if you are a winner, type winner in the chat. That's our word for today. Are you a winner? If you are a winner, type the word winner in the chat, because I don't want you guys to be a bunch of losers getting caught up in the nonsense. Don't get me wrong. If you're paying attention and you find it interesting, that's fine. But look at it almost like you're watching an episode of Love and Hip Hop or Desperate Housewives. Oh, sorry, it's called Real Housewives. Same show, right? Whatever. Enjoy the drama, but you don't have to be in the middle of it, because in the middle of it, what you're going to get is a whole bunch of emotional volatility with nothing in return. You're going to walk away with a big old bowl of nothing. And I'm tired of Black folks walking away with nothing. So let me take you into the winner's circle and talk about what the winners are looking at right now economically. The first thing I'll mention to you is that pretty much the investing world has been pretty cool. The winners in the investing world, the people that are making money, the people that are cranking big bank and growing their wealth, they're just kind of observing. They're just trying to figure out which way the chess pieces are moving so they can position themselves so that they're able to get what they need. And so I'm going to give you some frameworks to kind of think about here. This is not going to be a long video, but I actually thought of some words that start with the letters ST that I believe will help you understand where the Boyce brain is right now, the Dr. Boyce brain is in all the middle of this. Do me a favor, please. If you could, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. And also, in case you didn't know, we actually have a social media platform called blaggenuff.com. It's spelled right there, BLAGGENUF. So if you're Black enough, join us at Blag Enough. That's our backup plan for when they come and ban us, because now that they're censoring people on social media, I have lots and lots and lots of Black friends who are being censored now. I told you guys, it's not just about Trump, it's about all of us. And give me a yes or no in the chat if you know any friends who've been put in Facebook jail, had their Twitter account taken down, had their YouTube channel banned, stuff like that. That happens to us all the time. So we're already being strategic. That's the first word that starts with the letters ST. We're being strategic to make sure that we're prepared. Like I tell my kids all the time when it comes to success, I tell the 11-year-old, I say, don't forget, preparation is the key to success. Don't spend your time reacting. You spend your time proacting. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Sun Tzu in The Art of War said that battles are won before they begin. So remember, we are winners today. That's our word for today. So all the winners, join us on blaggenuff.com. Feel free to jump over there and hang out with us. Also, I'm on Clubhouse and stuff like that under Dr. Boyce Watkins. So follow us on Clubhouse. We have private conversations there. Now, the first word, the next word. So we had our first word already, which was strategic. Being strategic. Strategic people win. People who are not strategic tend to lose. The next word is stock market. The stock market is not really reacting to much of any of this. The stock market is cool as a cucumber. The stock market has already moved past Donald Trump. The stock market is like, whatever, man. We don't care if you're in the White House or Biden's in the White House. We just need to know who's in the White House. We just need to know what's going on. What are we working with? Right? That's what the stock market is doing right now. And the stock market, being strategic, is pretty much just sitting back and trying to figure out what's going on. I have a cannabis stock, and I'm going to talk to you guys about this stock at some point, a company called Tilray, which is a cannabis company out of Canada. Cannabis, Canada. Yeah, I like that. And this stock has been killing the game. I swear this stock, I think, has gone up 80% in the last month. So Alicia is giving me extra kisses because Big Daddy's bringing home the bacon and we eating good. We eating the whole hog because a couple months ago, somehow I got led to Tilray. I bought some Tilray. I bought more and more and more. And next thing you know, Tilray's flying like a rocket. Well, why is it taking off? Well, because guess who's gonna probably be more in favor of the decriminalization of weed? Well, the Biden administration, right? Republicans are not so big on weed. The Democrats are like, hey, go smoke it up. Ain't no problem, right? And then Kamala, who smoked weed with Biggie and Pac back in college. Y'all remember that on the Breakfast Club when she said she smoked weed, not with Biggie and Pac, but she was listening to Biggie and Pac back in the 80s before Biggie and Pac came out. Well, Kamala, I believe, is going to be your first female president of the United States. Mark my word, record me saying this. I believe that Kamala is going to be your first female president. Sorry, not vice president. She's already the vice president. So here's what I believe is happening, right? I believe Biden is there. Biden's going to do his thing as long as he can. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden does not finish his term and then President Harris steps in. Why is that important? Well, because Biden believes in the decriminalization of weed. Kamala is a person who would probably lean in favor of legalization, right? That's why politicians go out and say, hey, I used to smoke, I hit the blunt a couple times. They're preparing you for their policies, right? So I think that once Kamala takes over, which she will, anytime now, because grandpa getting tired at the wheel, he going to get sleepy and she going to have to take over the car. And I believe that when that happens, the cannabis stocks are going to take off, right? So I got my Tilray. I love it. I'm diversifying the industry. It's a big deal. All right, next, the next ST. So the first two STs were strategic and stock market. The third one is stimulus. The Democrats love the stimulus packages. It's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. They're going to write PPP loans for businesses, so the businesses are going to spike. They're going to write checks to consumers. Money does not trickle down. Money trickles up. Ice Cube said that when he came on the platform, and I said, okay, that's a man who knows some economics. Well, he knows economics because he's probably worth $400 million or more, and he makes his own movies. That's why I respect this guy. But one thing he said when he came on was he said money does not trickle down, as Reagan tried to convince us. Money trickles up. When you put money in the hands of poor people, what do? They run to the store with that. They go buy groceries with that. They go pay for babysitters. They go and get new shoes for the infant. Right? So basically, that money trickles up, which means that if you're sitting at the top of the pile, that money is going to trickle up to you. If you're an investor and you own stocks and companies or whatever, what the rich people are talking about now is they're like, my God, I hope that there's a big, gigantic stimulus package coming. I hope they write everybody a check for $5,000 per week. They don't care. And because we know that money is going to trickle up to us at some point because we know how to get in where we fit in to get that paper, right? So the stimulus is going to be big. Joe Biden's already talking about stimulus. That's going to be good for the market. The next ST, the next word that starts with ST is stability. Stability. Markets like stability because stability is the cousin of predictability. Stability and predictability let us know, look, this is what we're working with. We don't like all the back and forth, like who's going to be president? Is it going to be Trump? Is it going to be Biden? Back and forth. That's really the problem. It's not so much about whether or not Trump wins the election or not. It's about the fact that you just don't know. And your democracy is kind of, hanging in the balance and all this, chaos is going on. So when they decided to impeach Trump, my view is that created like a little more certainty, right? This impeachment was a bipartisan thing. A lot of Republicans said, okay, you know what? Let's just get this guy out of here. This is too much. We don't want all that because it got extra real for those congressmen. When you got people, all those Americans you've been starving out because you don't want to write a check, that burns me up, by the way. All these people where you can't even write them $1,000 check just to help them pay some bills, they're showing up. So poor white people are showing up in protest for the same reasons a lot of poor black people are. They're kind of in the same boat. They don't want you to think you're in the same boat. They want you to fight each other so you don't go actually do what really would make sense, which is actually go deal with all of them, right? But either way, no matter what you think about that, the stability of knowing that Trump is going to be gone is a good thing for the market. Markets like stability. All financial equations in the history of the universe tend to increase the prices of assets when there's more stability, when there's more certainty, when there's more predictability. Now, do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button, and also with the Generational Wealth Conference is this weekend. So if you want to come out to the Generational Wealth Conference, it's virtual. You can watch from anywhere in the world with your family. We're going to cover estate planning, wills and trusts. We're going to cover insurance, taxes, real estate, and stock market investing for 2 days this weekend. So generationalwealthconference.com. That's the URL. Feel free to join us at the Generational Wealth Conference. All right. So the next ST is stop. Nancy Pelosi will stop playing games now that Trump is gone. I think that after the impeachment, I don't totally get the impeachment because he's going to be out anyway. The inauguration's on the 20th. That's a week away. But I think that the impeachment, if I'm not mistaken, means that he can never run for president again. So maybe this is their chance to get rid of him forever. But Mitch McConnell is saying, no, we're not going to hold a vote on that. So I don't think it's going to go. I don't think they're going to remove him. I really don't. But I do think that now that Nancy has finished with her little situation, I think Nancy's going to stop playing games. I'm mad at Nancy Pelosi because I feel like she was messing around. Her little wealthy butt sitting on $200 million in net worth, by the way. Well, she could have rolled a whole lot of stimulus checks personally. She's sitting on $200 million in net worth and couldn't even get a bill passed to get people basic living expenses. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of multimillionaires making life or death economic decisions for the poor. So as burned up as I am at Mitch McConnell, because he also wasn't supporting the stimulus checks, I'm also burned up at Nancy Pelosi because her number one goal was to get Trump out of office. So it was a power play. So I believe that once Trump is gone, she's going to stop playing games. They're going to go ahead and do what they should have done all along, and it's going to be good for the American people. And then also, I think the last word that starts with ST is stagnation. I feel like this is a period where we've kind of been stagnating with a lot of volatility, a lot of chaos. Now, the volatility could continue, though. That's the one downside I see of impeachment, is that it's going to piss off about 100 million people. That's why I think it was really, I wish that they had done all this in a way where they could isolate Trump and make it clear that they're dealing with Trump and not that they're dealing with the 100 million people who like Donald Trump. That's your big problem, right? Because when Trump was banned from Twitter, I don't care about Trump being banned from Twitter. Now, from a business standpoint, Twitter lost a lot of money. Twitter's stock price dropped, it plummeted, and also I think there was about $5 billion in market value that was lost when Donald Trump was banned from Twitter. So Twitter stock plummeted. And I did research on that. Now, and this is what led me to actually I bought some put options on Twitter stock because I believe that it still has more distance to fall. And basically what the investors were saying was, they were saying, okay, Twitter, why would you might hate this guy, you might hate Donald Trump, but this guy's the reason that your company grew to what it is right now. He has 80 million followers. And these followers are not just regular followers. They are highly engaged followers. So social media companies don't just measure how many people are on the platform. They measure how often they're on the platform, how much they actually converse on the platform, right? These conversation starters like Donald Trump, love him or hate him, he's a conversation starter, good and bad, right? These people are your money makers, right? You can actually take that space and you sell ads to companies and say, hey, we got 80 million people who are all chatting it up. You can put your ad next to all these conversations and we'll charge you money for that, and you get to brand your product. Well, now you've pretty much, it's like you're LeBron James and you decided to remove your left leg. Why would LeBron James cut off his left leg? Now, Twitter did go up slightly today, but that was after a massive plummet. I think over the last 5 days, it was as high as 53. Now Twitter's trading down at 47. My prediction with Twitter is that it's going to keep on going down. I really believe that. And also, I think the big mistake here is that they didn't just deal with Trump. They did what I knew they were going to do, which is to deal with anybody who is associated with Trump. That's another issue, right? And then deal with anybody who isn't in alignment with their ideology, right? So those are three levels, right? There's dealing with him, there's dealing with his friends, and then there are dealing with people that are not your friend, right? Like if you're not my friend, then that must mean you're my enemy, which means you're one of them, right? So anybody who isn't saying what they think is acceptable language or acceptable speech is defined as a Trump supporter and a friend to the right. The problem with that is that you got about 100 million people that you've alienated and marginalized. And so what you're doing is you're drawing a line in the sand that's only going to it's going to create a civil war. That's what it's going to become, right? So with that being said, I think that at least moving forward past the stagnation is a good thing. We know who our president is. I really hope that the president and his vice president and his cabinet work overtime to bring the nation together. I don't know if they can do that though, because you got a whole bunch of really mad people. A lot of those people own guns and they're former military, and it could get real messy. That's the one thing that I worry about when I see that our democracy is kind of being destroyed. And again, with the tech companies, what's a little bit strange to me is that the tech companies right now are on Capitol Hill convincing the politicians that they have no monopoly power, that they can't operate as an oligopoly, that they don't operate in an organized fashion as a cartel that has an overwhelming amount of power in this country. But then at the same time, you operate as a cartel, as an oligopoly, to single-handedly shut down a lot of people's ability to speak. You didn't kill free speech in America, but you certainly did something that took the voice away from millions of people, and that's only going to make people madder at you. And at the very least, when you pull those gangster moves like that, you're showing people that you really do have the muscle that you've been claiming that you don't have. Like, I can't tell you that I have no strength when I'm lifting 500 pounds over my head. So this is going to be interesting. This story is not done, but I can just tell you, those are my words that start with the letter ST. Strategic. Be strategic about your situation and how you move forward. That's how you win. Stock market. The stock market does not care whether you're Democrat or Republican or what's going on. The stock market is paying attention to what the Fed is doing and what's happening economically. Stimulus is coming. That's going to be good for investors. Stability is always good for making money, because you make money when there's prosperity. Stop playing games. Nancy Pelosi is going to go ahead and get those bills passed, I believe, especially now that you had the whole outcome down in Georgia and you got a little bit more power behind the Democratic Party. And then the stagnation is over. You no longer have to sit and wonder who the president is. You're not dealing with the chaos of a Donald Trump. Now you're moving toward an administration that at least knows how to be presidential, and I think that's good for the country. Okay, so anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button, and also if you want to get free information from the Black Business School, or you don't know how to buy your first share of stock yet, don't be scared. I can show you in 11 minutes how to buy your first share of stock, and you'll know pretty much what you need to know to move forward for the rest of your life. So there's a free training at firstshareofstock.com. And also, if you go to firstshareofstock.com, you'll be on our email list. That's important because, again, they're shutting down Black platforms. When I said the word, I did a video about why the student loan crisis is affecting Black college graduates. And because I put the words Black people in my title, YouTube banned my channel for a week. Like, that's how crazy it was. And so it's real. The purge is real. Eventually people like me will be purged because I don't go along with anybody's party line. I don't care about anything except the success of my community and your success. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I don't get into any of that. I just want to see you win, and I want to see you stay focused. Okay, got it? Give me a yes in the chat if you get what I'm saying. Give me a yes. Okay, good. All right, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe. Also, firstshareofstock.com. That's the URL again. Also, you can text the word Boyce to 31996 to get on the text list if you want me to text you once or twice a week. 31996. All right, text the word Boyce to 31996. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.